Hi, it's Paddy Hirsch at Marketplace, here to talk to you about pigs. European pigs, in fact. These are economies that are having real problems right now and could potentially give us, in fact, well, already are giving us in the US big problems as well, roiling the stock markets all over the world and possibly even putting pressure on the US stock market too. So who are they and what the heck's going on with them? So who are the pigs? Okay, who are little porkers? Okay, these are basically 5 economies in Europe who are pretty down in the mouth right now, and they are Portugal, okay, Italy, horrified to say Ireland, Greece, and lastly Spain. Okay, now what's the issue here? Well, basically these guys have taken on too much sovereign debt. Okay, they are basically borrowing too much from the market, or basically from the world. And in many cases what they've done is they've transferred all of that financial risk, okay, the problems with the banks, and they've brought it onto their own balance sheet. And now they've got a problem because their economies are slowing down. They're having difficulty servicing that debt, paying the interest. Particularly a problem for Greece recently. Portugal's really in the headlights at the moment. So why is this such a big deal? Well, as these guys fall into trouble, okay, there's a real risk that they're going to default on their debt. If they do default on their debt, then somebody's going to have to help them out because they're all part of the Eurozone, okay, they're all involved in the Euro. So if they go down, they're going to bring the Euro with them. So in order to bail them out, people are going to be looking at other European countries, other people in the Eurozone to bail them out, France and Germany principally, okay, and what that's going to do is that's going to put that, if Germany has to start bailing them out, it's going to give Germany some real problems. And again, we're going to see some real pressure on the euro.
Your name is Roger, yes?
Roger.
Ah, that's your name.
Roger.
Good. And what do you do, Roger?
I'm a financial consultant.
Ah, financial consultant, eh?
Roger,
yeah,
yes.
Terrific. And Roger, how's business at the moment?
Not bad, thank you. Been a bit quiet lately.
How do you mean lately?
Since the war, been a bit quiet.
Fair enough. Okay, Roger, your special subject tonight is the economies of the European community. Your time starts now. Best of luck.
Thank you.
How much does Greece owe, Roger?
$367 billion.
Correct. And who do they owe it to?
Mostly to the other European economies.
Correct. How much does Ireland owe?
$865 billion.
Correct. And who do they owe it to?
Other European economies, mostly.
Correct. How much do Spain and Italy owe?
$1 trillion each.
Correct. Who to?
Mainly France, Britain and Germany.
Correct. And how are Germany, France and Britain going, Roger?
Well, they're struggling a bit, aren't they?
Correct. Why?
Because they've lent all these vast amounts of money to other European economies that can't possibly pay them back.
Correct. So what are they going to do?
They're going to have to bail them out.
Correct. Where are they getting the money to do that, Roger?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that one.
How much does Portugal owe?
Hang on a minute. What was the answer to that earlier question?
Just keep answering the questions, Roger. Where is Portugal going to get the money it owes to Germany if Germany can't get back the money that it lent to Italy?
Just a minute. What was the answer to the previous question? The question was, how can broke economies lend money to other broke economies who haven't got any money because they can't pay back the money the broke economy lent to the other broke economy and shouldn't have lent it to them in the first place because the broke economy can't pay it back?
You're wasting very valuable time, Roger. How much money does Spain owe to Italy?
$41 billion, but where are they going to get it?
Correct. What does Italy owe to Spain?
$27 billion, but they haven't got it, they're broke.
Correct. How can they pay each other if neither of them has any money?
They're going to get a bailout, aren't they?
Correct. And where's the money coming from for the bailout?
That's what I'm asking you.
Correct. Why are people selling the European currency and buying the US dollar?
Because the US economy is so much stronger than the European economy.
Correct. Why is that, Roger?
Because it's owned by China.
Correct. And very well done. And after that round, you've lost $1 million.
And I was in Spain at the weekend, and there's a real recession happening in Spain because, of course, their economy was based on construction, and at the moment there is no construction going on. Many swathes and swathes of houses completely unoccupied, brand new housing in Spain, and the euro in freefall. I can only see these protests getting worse.
Joining me to talk about today's Dow drop is Gerald Celente, director of the Trends Research Institute. All right, Mr. Celente, this has got to have an impact on the future. I want to know what you think about all this, what your reaction was when you saw what was happening, not only in Greece, but with the stock market here in the United States and around Europe.
We're trend forecasters. Our job is to look ahead before the events occur. So none of this comes as a surprise. those who have heard me on Russia TV for these many, many months have heard our warnings of the crash of 2010. And we were saying this while other people were saying that the economy is rebounding. It's not rebounding. We said it was the bailout bubble, and the bailout bubble would burst. And that's what we're seeing happening. Greece is merely the wake-up call for more of what's to come. Name the country. They've been dumping trillions of dollars of so-called stimulus money. But they've dumped every country around the world, the United States, the UK, all of Europe, China, India, Japan, South Korea. They've been taking in the bad assets of the banks and financiers and loaning out more money again. They built the bigger bubble. The bubble is bursting. Greece is just a symptom of what's more to come. And we're going to see country after country go through this kind of turmoil. You cannot keep printing all this fake money. People around the world are going to be bailing out of their fiat currencies and getting into the real hard currency of gold. To me, what I do personally, and I'm only advocating it for myself, I have 80% of my assets in gold. Greece, Portugal, Ireland, Spain, the Ukraine, Latvia, Italy. Go around the globe. You're going to start seeing the defaults on sovereign debts.
Webster, thanks so much for joining me. So first of all, it seems like a lot of European markets are panicking right now, and this has already affected countries like Spain, Portugal, and Ireland. Are we likely going to see a ripple effect here?
Well, there is a ripple effect. You're in essentially the second wave of the world economic depression that began with the U.S. banking crisis of September, October of 2008. I would stress this is much less a matter of economic fundamentals than it is the commitment of a group of hedge funds and banks, a kind of a wolf pack, to attack sovereign debt, where they said, first we're going to attack Greece. That will allow us to attack the euro. Then we have the so-called PIGS group, Portugal, Ireland, Italy, Greece, Spain. They use derivatives to do these attacks. They use credit default swaps, and credit default swaps being used against Greece, Portugal, Spain, Italy. The British are very vulnerable. Credit default swaps allow you to place bets, because that's all it is, wagers, gambling.